again. So the second thing I wanted to talk about tonight is what I call the long haul in recovery from BPD, borderline personality disorder. After 2 years, I'm really good at a lot of things, controlling my emotions to the point of not losing it on other people, not losing my temper, not being so paranoid about other people around me, not being emotionally volatile. I have DBT to thank for that, and my strength, but mostly, honestly, DBT. There's coping skills for everything in DBT, and it really helped me pull myself together. But now I'm at this point where, like, okay, I'm in control of my symptoms, but what I consider the long haul is when you're trying to figure out who you are, what you want, and what you need in life. It's not as simple. It's like going through your teenage years all over again, only I'm an adult with 3 children. So it's hard to relive my teenage years that I didn't even really live when I was a teenager, trying to focus on myself and find out who I am, what I want, what I need, because I have to focus on other people as well. That's just one of the downsides to my symptoms flaring up when I was already well into my adult life. Even though I was only 22, I'd already been married twice and had 3 kids. So I kind of took the fast train to life, and it took a while for my BPD to catch up with me. And I'm sure that a lot of other people who suffer from BPD and found out later in life when they'd already started families can really understand how hard this can be. This is the long haul in recovery. This is the part that usually takes people about 10 years. And once I finally get to that place, then I won't be on such an emotional roller coaster anymore. I won't be up and down. I won't have black and white thinking. I'll be able to hold relationships better. But it's going to be a long, long time. And I dread that. I wish I could just snap my fingers. But, like, everybody in life, sometimes parts of your personality come from other people. They imprint something on you, and it stays with you. But when you have borderline, it's to like this extreme where you just soak up things from the people around you, and sometimes you become somebody else when you're with different people because you're trying to be who they want you to be, because you're not even sure who you are, so why not? You're just trying to make somebody else happy. And to me, who you are is who you are. If you were sitting in a room all by yourself, no one else, who would you be? What would you like? What would you want with no one else around? What do you want? And I don't know that. And that's really hard for me, trying to concentrate on the other people in my life and the other things I need to take care of while trying to figure out who I am. I can only think of a few things about myself that I really feel like are me, like the fact that I love going to the fair. And somebody actually just pointed that out to me when I was trying to come up with things. I love going to the fair. Nobody imprinted that on me. I mean, I have fond childhood memories of going to the fair, going to the fair with my first real boyfriend, I guess you would say. Funny memories, but that was 9 years ago, and longer since I was a child, and that's something that just stuck with me over the years. Also, I love piercings and tattoos. That was imprinted on me from my ex-husband. I got my first piercing and my first tattoo while I was with him, and at the time it was more of I would do anything he wanted. I wanted to do everything I could to make him feel attracted to me. No matter if it was putting a hole in my body or permanently putting ink on my body, it was for him, not for me. But that's something that has stuck with me over the years. And I've had boyfriends and friends who did not like tattoos and piercings, and it has not swayed me from liking my tattoos and piercings. And I want more, and I'm going to get more. So, those are kind of the only two things I really know about me. A lot of people like different genres of music, but when I go through phases where I'm extremely, I only listen to this, and I'm extremely, I only listen to that. I think it's a lot more severe than your average person who just likes a lot of genres of music. So I'm not really sure what type of music I would like without my personality swings. I know I'd love to change my hair color, but that also comes with my personality swings. Sometimes I want to have crazy hair, and sometimes I want to have subtle hair. Sometimes I want to have mom hair, and sometimes I want to have sexy hair. It changes. I can tell that it changes with my personality disorders because other things change when I change my hair. The way I dress. I don't know what kind of clothes I would like without my personality switches, because some days I like this and some days I like that. Little things like that don't bother me as much. It's just the not knowing what I want and need out of life. I know two things. I need to be healthy, and I want to be a good mom. That's about it. I don't know anything else. I don't know what I want to do with the rest of my life. I don't know where I want to be in 10 years. I don't know where I want to be in 2 years. I don't know where I want to be next year. Just hopefully stable and having a great relationship with my kids. And for some people that's hard to hear because they're not on my priority list right now, but they're just not. I have to concentrate on those two things because those are the only two things I know about myself as far as what I want and need. And I need the mental wellness to fulfill my want of being a good mom, because without my therapy, my shrink, my DBT, and now my medications, because medications have improved everything so much, keeping all my other symptoms down outside of BPD. But usually they say, it takes a year or two to master. Actually, for some people it takes more than 2 years to master just coming to terms with the fact that they have a problem, and then learning the coping skills, and then putting the coping skills into action, making them part of your just daily natural instinct. You just pop out coping skills to control yourself. And there are still things, some impulses and things I know I shouldn't do that I do anyways, but not nearly what they were 2 years ago at all. So I'm doing really, really great there. But I still know who I am and what I want. I feel like I want to be self-sufficient. I feel like I want to live on my own for a while. That's hard to do when you've been married to somebody for 4 years, because he doesn't, despite my crap and my emotional issues, he does not want me to move out. And I don't know. I just feel like if he wants to keep living in the same house, knowing that he's not my top priority and I'm working on other things, and he wants to put himself through that, then I guess my therapist told me, you can't stop him. Don't push things as long as he's willing to back off and let you work on the things that you need to work on. Why not? When I tell him I don't want him near me, then he backs off. When I tell him I don't want to talk to him, he shuts up. And that's awful and horrible, and I don't think anybody should go through that, but for some reason he wants to, so I can't control what he wants, as long as he understands that right now I'm just trying to work on me, because I'm in the beginning stretch of the long haul to recovery from BPD. And that's all I have to say, I think. So, at what point in your recovery from BPD, if you're already recovered or more recovered than I am, did you feel a sense of knowing yourself? When did you finally figure out who you are and what you like? Do you still have some personality swings? You know, the smaller ones, like with hair and clothes and makeup, music, things like that. Um, just tell me how did you figure things out like that? My shrink kind of just tells me that there's no certain formula for it, that I just have to really concentrate on me and be selfish in my life for a little while. All I know is I'm 24 years old, I've been married twice, and I have 3 kids. So I don't feel like I have forever, and there's a lot of circumstances that I can't put me first and only think about me. But so tell me what worked for you guys, or tell me what you're working on at the moment, and maybe if you haven't all those small milestones that I went over as in controlling yourself, you haven't done DBT. If you want some pointers, let me know, because I have the Holy Grail book of DBT, and I can pull out coping skills for anything at all. But mostly I would really like to get some feedback from people more recovered from BPD from me, and find out how long did it take you to find yourself, and what did you have to do to find yourself. So that's it. Until next time. Take your mask.